I really don't want to expand this. You know, there's so many people just believing in Bigfoots are really hard for them to believe. I was born and raised here in California. I have spent countless hours in the Sierra Nevada mountains, and I was of the mindset if there was anything out there, I should have seen it. Which a lot of people carry that. Okay, that's my evidence. They're not out there because I've been out there, but I can look back and I can remember as a we were up in the Carson Iceberg Wilderness with my in-laws, hardcore hunters. I mean, you're not pulling to the side of the road and just hunting. You're going to backpack about 7 miles over a pass, and whatever you carry on your back is what you sleep, eat, and wear. I mean, you're bringing in everything on your back, and at 11,000 feet is one of the hardest things I ever did. My pack was very ignorantly 90 pounds, and I thought I was in great shape until I fell to the back of the pack. And we finally got in there, and my in-laws said, "We didn't think you'd get that pack in here." And I said, "I'll tell you another thing. I'm never going to do this again." It was tough, 11,000 feet carrying 90 pounds on your back up steep way. But we were out there, and I remember one night after my brother-in-law had gotten one deer, it sounded to my opinion was a very sick cow, a very moaning call. And all of my experienced woodsmen there, I said, "What is that?" I remember this, and this was before my time in the creek, and back to thinking I wasn't even thinking Bigfoot. But I remember asking them, I said, "Man, that is not a cow." And they were drinking their coffee and just not, it wasn't profound enough to get all of those experiences. They said, "I don't know," and they didn't care. The next day, I went up the ridge there, and this is in the Carson Iceberg Wilderness, right off the John Muir Trail. Not somewhere you're going to pull over and just, you gotta pack in there. I was going up this hill, and my intent was, I didn't have a California out-of-state tag, confession, but my in-law, said, "Look, if you get a good shot on a deer, take it and we'll tag it." Okay, but I didn't shoot a deer, so I didn't. No violation, but I did. I was quasi hunting. I came up upon a doe that had been freshly killed.